All right, so we're at a very loud Petit Le Mans. You may not notice. This is Samantha Tan. So she's had a very eventful year. Let's go back because last talked to you at Le Mans, and that was after practice. So talk about race 1 and 2. What was your experience like?
Yeah, going into that weekend, very little track time. We had a lot of red flags during practice, and actually, like qualifying was mostly red. So, yeah, the first race it was kind of just surviving. There were I don't know how many LMP3 cars there were. There were like 43 or something. Ton of cars in GT. Had a lot of fun. Just again learning the track, being around a lot of traffic. But I would say race 2 was the highlight for me because it felt like I finally got a grasp of where I was at. Again, very little track time. But I actually came into the pit stop, I think second in class. Unfortunately, we were hit with another full course yellow at the end, so my teammate kind of got screwed a little bit, and we ended up P4, but just shy of the podium. And to have achieved that in my first ever appearance at Le Mans, it was just very special for me, and it kind of like set up the expectations for the future, I would say.
Potential whispers of you returning to Road to Le Mans.
Yeah, so I had a great experience at Le Mans, and obviously the ultimate goal for me is always to race the 24-hour of Le Mans. So, hoping to get more track time next year. Maybe I'll be making a reappearance at Road to Le Mans.
Awesome. So then, basically, the week after Le Mans, you went to the Nürburgring for the 24 hours, where you raced in a BMW group car, so it was a Mini. And where did you finish on that one?
Yeah, it was a very chaotic June to say the least, because it was actually 3 race weekends in a row. It was Mid Ohio with IMSA, and then it was Le Mans, and then straight into the 24-hour of Nürburgring. So it was a bit crazy. But yeah, I got to compete in the Bulldog Racing Mini Cooper, and we finished second, just behind the all-new BMW M2 Racing. So honestly, it was a great day for the BMW family, and it was an incredible experience. My first time ever driving a 24-hour Nürburgring, first time driving there at night, and yeah, to have come away with a podium finish in my first ever 24-hour Nürburgring was crazy.
So going back to night driving, I've only ridden the Nordschleife. What's it like driving at night?
So if you already think it's scary during the day, it's even scarier at night. You really have to rely on your muscle memory and yeah, I mean, it's pitch black. There's definitely some corners where it's darker than others, especially coming into like that back, it's Kesselchen. And you really, especially as a car that's in one of the slower classes, really have to pay attention. Always have to be looking in your mirrors and almost anticipate on those long straights that you're going to have a GG3 car coming by at some point. So surviving through the night, I would say, was definitely the most challenging point, but it was also the most fun for me. I love driving at night, and to see all the setups that the fans had made around the track, and yes, smelling the barbecue at 2 in the morning, it was just such an incredible experience, and I think it's now definitely become my favorite race that I've ever competed in.
That's saying something, because you've done lots of nice tracks. So would you want, of course this is a dumb question, would you want to do the 24-hour Nürburgring again?
100%. 100%. That's not even a question. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna go back.
I guess the real question is, what car would you like to do it in?
I mean, eventually, I would love to do it in a GG3 car. I mean, it's the pinnacle, it's top class in the sports car world. So, would love to go back there. Do I think I'm ready for that? Not yet. Again, just first time driving at night there in that Mini, and I still want to do a little bit more in the GT4 before I make that step up to GT3.
Well, baby steps to get to that level then at the Nürburgring.
Right. You have to respect that track. You really do.
All right, so now that takes us to the VP Racing Challenge. So let's talk about, was it VIR, maybe one other one that we missed?
Have a what?
It was Mosport, right?
Mosport.
Returned to Toronto to race, and then was it then VIR, and then the finale here?
Yes. So it was Mosport, my first time racing at home in Canada in like 9 years. So that was very special for me. won the first race. Unfortunately, the second one was rained out, so it was
Right.
actually postponed to VIR. So we had three races in a row at VIR, and I think I won 2, podiumed in the second one because we had some mechanical gremlins that weekend that we were dealing with. But VIR is one of my favorite tracks on the calendar. It's always an amazing time to go there. But yeah, came into the final race here. I think it was over 200 points ahead of my rival.
Right.
Just needed to finish the race, and it was my first time ever driving this track here this weekend. So came in with just some sim practice and was hoping for the best, but I think it was a very condensed learning curve this weekend. But I think I approached it really well. I think I learned quite quickly and came away with 2 wins this weekend and the championship. So, I mean, it couldn't have gone better.
Right. That contrast with last year, which I know was heartbreaking on the mechanical failure, which you've had before this season. What's it like winning a solo championship in a GT3?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a big challenge for me coming into this series and making my debut, not only because it was multi-class again, but because, again, like you said, solo driver, and really having to only rely on myself. We had no testing. Like the majority of this race here, I think I only did one testing before Coda? No, before Mid-Ohio.
Okay.
I digress. No data to reference. Literally just had to rely on myself. So it was a big challenge to just do that. And so we had, was trying to manage my expectations, but I think it was a really good season. And coming off of last year, we had such a big motivation to come and win another championship or win my first championship title. Definitely had a fire in my heart after the last race. And yeah, I feel really, really proud of what we've achieved this year.
Yeah, you should be.
Came away with like 8 wins, 4 podiums, and so really proud of myself, but also really proud of my team.
They all did a great job. So we're talking basically not even a little over 24 hours after this. Has it sunk in yet?
I would say it started to. It's definitely started to. I cried in my car yesterday on the way, leaving the track after saying bye to the team. It's always bittersweet coming into the final race of the season because it's like, yes, it's amazing to win the championship, finish the races, but racing is so unpredictable, and you always have to be grateful of I'm always grateful every single time I'm out there on the track. So it was very bittersweet for me, and I think it fully hasn't hit yet. I think it will take a little bit longer, but again, like thinking about how last year ended and how this year ended, I mean, we're just tying all the loose ends together, and I'm really happy.
Yeah, we're very happy for you, very proud of what you've done. It's been amazing to watch you grow as a driver, and this year, a new challenge. So I guess then it's what's next for Samantha Tan? Are there plans in the works for next year?
I think this is a question I've been getting a lot this weekend, but always exciting things, or always something exciting coming up next. Can't divulge the details yet, but definitely stay tuned. Gonna try to stay in this paddock.
Nice.
You catch my drift. But we'll be back at Nürburgring for sure, and all in a BMW. So.
Awesome. There's one last thing. So you brought in a new sponsor that was just announced, Olay. So how does that work out? I mean, lots of people go looking for sponsorships, and oftentimes it's you reaching out to them to try and make a case for that. But I think you told me it was the opposite. They reached out to you for a campaign they thought would fit really well with you. And I would agree with that. So how does that work out? Like, how do you get in contact?
Yeah, I think it's all kind of come from the social media aspect and the brand that I've built myself. I think a big part of it is how I've talked a lot about makeup, beauty, that kind of realm. Because I think femininity for me is a big part of my brand, a big part of what's authentic to me. And I'm their first motorsport athlete that they've worked with, so it was really, really cool to bring a female-focused brand into motorsport. It's definitely growing.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I'm really proud to bring Olay on as a sponsor. I was introduced to the brand a very long time ago. My mom is a big fan of the brand, and I used to like steal her little products when I was younger, just slather all over my face. But again, yeah, really, really proud to have them on board for the rest of the season.
So that's the other thing was the pink race suit. Will that be making an appearance sometime in the future as a driver? Because it looks really good, I think.
I know a lot of people really like the pink suit. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be making an actual race appearance because it's
Oh,
missing
bummer.
some other sponsors.
Okay. Not yet.
But I will be actually wearing that suit this upcoming weekend for an Olay appearance in Toronto. So
Oh, okay.
it'll be really, really cool.
All right, so we'll wrap it up, and hopefully the audio worked out here, given the circumstances. But big congrats on the championship,
Thank you.
and we look forward to seeing more from you in the very near future.
Amazing. Thank you
Thanks,
guys.
Sam.